In this year's CitizenCon, we got to see in-engine for the first time the first animals that will make up the fauna of the various habitable worlds that will be scattered around the Star Citizen universe. And these were the Terra cows that we saw on Microtech and the whales that were floating in the skies of Crusader. And of course, such features might not necessarily be what the average gamer would expect from a space simulator, although they are becoming more and more common within Star Citizen's particular niche. So, in this video, I wanted to go over the various confirmed animals that will eventually be encountered in the game and why Clanipir Games are going through such lengths to bring them to life for us. So first, let's talk about those that we saw in the Stanton system and that we are likely to see first. In the Star Engine demo, we saw the Terra cow and the Crusader whales. The Terra cow is, as its name suggests, coming from planet Terra, which is every Star Citizen backer's wet dream. By the way, I mean, look at how amazing this planet is going to be. If CIG can pull it off, well, it is said that this creature is going to be ideal for farming. It's a herbivore that seems to be producing milk, and I would be surprised there if we could consume its meat as well. This animal seems to be enjoying wide spaces and temperate weather, so I don't think we'll see it anywhere else in Stanton, and definitely not Hurston, which would be too hot. And we will not see it in Pyro as well, because we will not see those large meadows of green grass that it seems to enjoy so much. I think that given its easy nature, we could see the Terra cows as early as the first civilian settlements on Microtech that were shown during CitizenCon. After all, one of these locations could be perfect for a farming community, and that would make sense. Next, on Microtech, there is going to be the Space Yeti or Boreal Stalker. And yes, Asmongold got it right when he jokingly said that there would be a Space Yeti, because Clanipir Games are indeed working on such a creature, which I don't think is coming anytime before we get server meshing, because it would only be a melee opponent and therefore would not be working as intended to make sense, which could be why we didn't see it in the Star Engine demo. After that, we'll go to Crusader, where we'll have at least the whales there that we've seen before. We don't really know what interactions we'll have with those creatures, apart from the fact that there will be some whale-watching tours. The Probability Fidel, a member of the Iraq Club, wants to go as far as hunting them down with his 400 eye. I wouldn't go as far, but I think that there should be some collectibles that you could get out of them, perhaps such as rare resources that could be used later on for crafting. Finally, Hurston will have their own creatures, which are called the Xiphopods or Giphopods, which are actually native to Layer 1, and we saw them many years ago already. These will be casually floating around and are said to be Scavengers, but should not be too dangerous. Note that they were also faked for the needs of the CitizenCon demo where they were shown, but they were actually not created for the game yet. Apparently, according to the lore, hunting Xiphopods will be encouraged by Hurston, so we should see perhaps some missions to get rid of those pests there. And also it seems that its food is appreciated. It is said to be white, musty, with some sweet flavors. But the Stanton system is not the only one where we are going to encounter some wildlife. We will of course encounter some life forms in the Pyro system as well, and perhaps the most notorious of these animals that we will going to encounter will be the fierce looking Pyro crab. Unfortunately, these were not shown during CitizenCon, so we don't know if they will make it for the release of the Pyro system. Of course, those Pyro crabs are quite anticipated by the community and will serve as the local apex predators, so we should expect killing them would be rather difficult, and the loot that we should be getting from them should be quite valuable. Maybe we'll be able to craft some rare armor pieces out of those. Last but not least, how could we not talk about the Valakar, or everyone's favorite original meme, the Lair Sandworm. And if you're interested, well, I will actually make a video next about how I think Clanipir Games can make it work, so make sure to subscribe to be notified when the video is coming out. Of course, the sandworm was faked when it was first shown, but at this point, CIG cannot not make it simply because, well, that would be one of the most mind-blowing experiences that we would have. It would definitely fulfill all of the Dune fantasy that everybody has, and since they have already shown it to us and lots of people are still talking about it, well, they've got to do it, right? And while these creatures are certainly going to be awesome to encounter, they will not be the only ones that we will see in the game, as Clan Imperial Games are actively working on boids, which are creatures of lesser importance like rodents, snakes or bugs. Well, they do not have some of the features that the larger creatures we mentioned before are going to have. They are very important too, as their jobs will be to fill areas with life, which is going to increase their believability and the player's sense of immersion. And from what I've read from previous monthly reports, it seems that Clan Imperial Games are progressing quite well on those as well. So, well, there we have it, guys. This is what we know about fauna in Star Citizen. If I missed anything, well, please let me know in the comment section down below. I wouldn't be able to make all of that content without the support of the people who help me out on Patreon and also on the YouTube Join membership program. If you too want to go the extra mile, you'll find the links in the description down below. Any help is appreciated. I also wanted to give a big shout out to Dr. Forbid, Zero Crusher, and Deplorable Infidel. I've been Iran. I wish you guys a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.